and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years.
I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal.
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer.
Go for key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Gotta get the corners.
Hey, grab me one too.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the Swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power. Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years.
We got iPhone 13s too, switched 2 minutes ago, literally right before this.
iPhone 13 on us on any unlimited plan for every customer, with plans starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
In them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the beat.
Hey babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh man.
Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado with a sophisticated high-tech interior.
Open the door.
It's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is Brian Fulford. A.D. Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Go get.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to the Minority Baseball Prospects Middle School All-Star National Showcase. Today is our 2 games that we've got going on. Right now, we've got Team Harris versus Team Abrams. And we will get you the lineup with the kids, young men's names here shortly. Working us out today and calling the game will be C.J. Stewart and Armand Carter. There we go. Got to make sure I said that correctly. But we're going to get that turned over, and we'll let these gentlemen just talk some great baseball for you as you enjoy this event. CJ, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm nervous. This is my first time ever doing this. I look at television all the time and hear all of the commentators and broadcasters, and a lot of times I'll pick on them for not knowing what they're talking about. And so now I get to be in a position where I don't know what I'm talking about. But definitely enjoyed being out here, and had the opportunity, as I sit here next to Armand, and getting a chance to watch his son play at third base today. This is his first time playing at that position. He normally plays middle infield, and we're just kind of catching up, talking about how when I was in school, coming up through the ranks, high school in particular, I thought I was going to be a great shortstop. And when I got to college at Georgia State University, the fungos alone made me switch my mind, because it was just coming in there a little bit too hard, and then I moved on out to the outfield, and was glad about it.
Hey, you early? Sit back, sit back.
Foul ball right there.
Sit back, sit back.
Hey guys, good morning out there. 11:05 here, so I guess it's still morning here in Central Time. Perfect day for baseball, great baseball weather. Got another walk here, so we got runners on second and first. We're catching up here, so we'll get you guys some names here shortly. Gonna go out and have a little talk with the pitcher, get him settled down. I know a lot of these kids probably nervous. It's a big stage, playing with a bunch of guys that probably just met, parents watching, playing on a big field. So, kids can be a little jittery starting out. So he's going to give him a little pep talk and settle down his nerves a bit. See if we can get some strikes.
Yeah, there's no way when I was in middle school I would have been emotionally ready to do this. I mean, but that's the great thing about MBP is they put you out there in performance mode very early, so that as you get older and it becomes more consequential, you're ready.
Absolutely.
Got a ball inside right there. And so, let's see here. With the gray jerseys we got that's Team Harris. The blue jerseys is CJ Abrams.
Got a pass ball there. We got runners second and third now. Still no outs. And we got number 1. Looks like that's Jordan Owens from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
All right, we got a shot. Is it? Face it. That's right. Nice stick there, Jordan. Nice, compact, sweet lefty swing. Drives it up the middle. Drives a run home.
Being a Georgia Bulldogs fan and thinking about Austin, Texas, and the Texas Longhorns coming to the SEC, so we can beat up on them a little bit.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they represented us pretty well, though, this weekend, so maybe we'll give them a pass and let them stay for a while.
We got a strikeout on the outside corner.
I had to remind CJ that he was in Roll Tide territory this morning.
Ball, and we were talking about how Alabama didn't look too good yesterday in the first 3 quarters, so I'm happy about that, being a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Let's go, kid.
Nice. Yeah, still early in the season. I think college football is going to be really interesting this year, especially with the new playoff format. And I think we got a lot of teams still trying to figure things out right now. Looking forward to that big showdown with the Bulldogs here in a couple weeks over in Tuscaloosa. That's going to be a good one. Ball in play.
Oh. You did say this is his first time playing over at third, but I tell you what, his hands look really, really good. I know for me, when I played third base, I was always afraid of those hard shots, but that was definitely a good ground ball right there.
Yeah, there's a hot corner. Also, when I was playing out, that was one of the positions I did not enjoy playing. You got to be really ready over there. Got to be on your toes because you do get some nice shots over there. All right. And looks like we got a local kid here.
Get down, kid.
Try to put him at a second base. We got a long straight.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys bear with us. We're getting some updated rosters right now. We don't have complete rosters, so sorry out there if you missed your kids. Promise we'll get them next time around.
So I'm loving how they got the game showing on the jumbotron out there too. This is real big time. MBP don't mess around.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm always amazed at how far technology's come. Since you and I were playing. Even down to the Little League and, high school level now with the theatrics and the light shows and the jumbotron. It's impressive.
It really is, and I'm excited about it as well, too, with as we continue to grow the game for African-American boys, and football and basketball has done a really good job of really marketing it to younger kids in general, and then younger black boys specifically. So I'm loving all that baseball is stepping up to do.
For sure. I agree 100%. It's like we had our first out there. It's like we got a strikeout. I think we got one out now and 2 across. So Team Harris is winning 2-0 now and got 1 out.
Got Kelly LaDuff from Prairieville, Louisiana at the plate. 5'4", 120. He's got some swag like all the other boys. That's one of the things I'm definitely I'm a sneakerhead, and I really like colorways. And so just coming out here and seeing all the different colorways that the boys are rocking.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that, brother. Sneakers are my guilty pleasure. I'm trying to cut back as I age. But I got a lot of pairs sitting in the house, and I think I passed it down to my sons too. So they also have inherited the sneakerhead gene.
So what size are you? Because these right here you got on are real nice.
I think these might be a 12.
Oh man, that's my size too. I've got a bunch of Adidas shoes, but I've never seen those. In fact, I was running. I got out and I'm preparing for a half marathon that I'm going to run on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So I got out and ran this campus, and it is a very, very nice campus, man. This is beautiful out here.
It is. Right here on the beautiful south side of Birmingham, Alabama.
Third.
Got it.
Oh,
there we go.
Good job. So this is his first time playing third, man?
First time playing third. And I guess we're missing out because that's 3 outs. Yeah, so there we go. First time over at third base. Played a lot of infield. Plays outfield some. First time at third. I'm impressed with that one there. So he got the tag down, and looks like we're changing half innings here.
All right, we're taking a break, and we'll be right back for some more baseball.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the Swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy.
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa.
Okay, everyone, hello and welcome back to the Minority Baseball Prospects. As we are at the bottom of the first, Team Abrams now up to bat. Team Harris leads by the score of 2-0. And we've got two great gentlemen here who are out watching these games. CJ, let's get into a little bit of you and your background with the baseball, man. And on a Sunday afternoon, what's this for you? Gonna get it? That's gonna be a routine. Got that one out.
Yeah, and that was Gage Cameron from just south of Birmingham in Montgomery, Alabama. That just grounded out there.
So, for me, being here in Alabama, I was born and reared in Georgia and northwest Atlanta. And when I think about how amazing Birmingham is, but then even with Armand, it is Armand.
That's right, you got
Armand and his connection to the John Lewis Institute. I think about the amazing, oh man, that ball smashed the center field. Oh,
let's go.
Oh, one hop the wall.
Nice shot. That's Braden Wright, right here from Birmingham, Alabama. Got a nice shot to center field. Yeah, it's got a nice swing. Braden is trained by Justin Woodall here in Birmingham, one of the best hitting trainers in the city.
Man, I need to meet him. that is outstanding. Very short, compact, great extension. But even like as I look at that swing when I was young in this age, I didn't have access to great coaching. It was definitely a lot of raw talent, foul ball there. And but I do remember at 8 years old, it was 1984, and I was at my grandparents' house. It was hot, and they had this roaring air conditioner unit that was right there in my grandparents' bedroom, and my granddad would watch Chicago Cubs baseball games, and I would watch those games and see the ivy out there in center field at Wrigley Field, had a pass ball there, and in their backyard they had kudzu.
Yeah.
So I turned their backyard into Wrigley Field and had some rocks and a stick, and was hitting home runs. My favorite player was Gary Matthews Sr. On the Cubs. They won the NL East that year.
Oh yeah, WGN.
WGN. Oh man.
Oh, shot back at it.
Great job. Doubled them up.
Doubled them up.
And we got the double, and just like that, folks, you guys got an opportunity to witness that one. The ball went right back to the pitcher. He was able to catch it, get it to the second baseman, and there it is, 3 outs, just like that, up and down for Team Harris. 3 batters, three outs. So CJ, when you're thinking about it, I heard you and Armand mentioning it, and Armand was talking about the training nowadays. You're from that what I would consider that last generation of kids who was right before you. I was in the 70s playing ball, that had that opportunity where we really were engaged in our neighborhoods and in our communities. And going into the 90s, the travel ball started getting in, and it started becoming a lot more difficult for kids in the inner city to get engaged in baseball. How do you think an organization like MBP is helping that kind of stuff work out?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, even just to have, so here I am again as a kid, I'm making my backyard into Wrigley Field with kudzu, but you get connected with MBP and you literally could be playing at Wrigley Field, at 9 years old, 10 years old. So it's one of those things where seeing is believing, and being a part of a very professional experience is one of those things where it just really starts to build confidence, because I believe that confidence is rooted in things that you've done, which is very different than having faith and hope. But confidence is like, I've done this before, I can do it again. So MVP definitely is allowing black boys to be afforded the opportunity to have confidence.
Absolutely. And baseball is such a mental sport. It's the ultimate confidence game. If you go out there without confidence, you're not going to be great at this game. So I 100% agree with CJ. it's key to walk it, talk it, right, to live it, and understand and believe that you can do it. So I just can't express how awesome it is, the things that MBP are doing for these young men.
Well, that's great, folks. And we want you to make sure that you take the time to support MBP in their endeavors. As you look across the top of the screen, you will see the ways that you can support the organization. Visit their website, follow them on all social media, and things of that nature. Before we get too far out, now we know that a lot of different communities have a lot of different programs, and let's talk about the one that you're doing over there in the Atlanta area, Mr. Stewart. Tell us about LEAD.
Yep. So LEAD stands for Launch, Expose, Advise, Direct, and our mission in part is to help black boys and black girls in the city of Atlanta use the sports of baseball and tennis to overcome what we call 3 curveballs that threaten their success, which is crime, poverty, and racism. And we were established in 2007, and we are, my wife Kelly is our CEO, and we have a partnership with Atlanta Public Schools. Very proud, last year we launched the state of Georgia's first ever school-based baseball program in Atlanta Public Schools, and we did the same thing even for tennis. You can't have fun without funding, and so we have to operate. We operate with a $1.7 million budget, and really are going out in the community and really proving the point that our children are working and that black boys do play baseball and black girls do play tennis. So we're excited.
All right, folks. And we will get your website to make sure that folks will have the opportunity to be able to reach out to you all as well and get those things going, and I know the folks at MBP really appreciate and enjoy the partnership they have working with you all.
Yeah, that partnership is so key as well too, and this is Mr. Dalen McCants, and that partnership is so key because even with us doing a great job of developing our boys, and we have programming from 3rd grade through 12th grade, nobody does a better job of showcasing minority prospects in particular for us. Our roster is African American boys, and so they can be developed, but if they're not showcased, then they're not going to have those opportunities to get the college scholarships and professional contracts. Ultimately, we want our boys and girls to become major league players and major league citizens.
That is, ooh. All right. We got a hit batter there.
No, I don't think he hit. He got out of the way.
All right, okay.
So, yeah,
that's
but
impressive.
we are at a full count.
He's trying to hit. He don't want to get hit. He's trying to hit the ball.
That's right. That's right. Nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get walked in the showcase. Everybody wants to swing the bat. So, got another opportunity here.
Ooh.
Great pitch. That's strike 3. It throws him out there.
Oh.
So, as you guys watch at home, typical traditional showcase format, you'll probably see another pitcher every inning. So looks like we got number 2 out on the mound now. So he retires the first batter.
Let's see who we got up to plate here now from Douglasville, Georgia, Jamison Strong. So I'm definitely looking at these Georgia boys for sure. Definitely excited about all the talent that we have and here in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, CJ, being in and around the travel baseball circuit is something that my friends and I have talked about all the time, and it seems that Atlanta has just become the mecca of youth baseball. How do you think that came about?
So it really all got started when, and I forget the year, but East Marietta Little League won the Little League World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, they established East Cobb baseball, and I want to say it was maybe around 86. Oh, hard shot right there, shortstop. Turn it 2. Let's see if we can get 2. We got 2.
Yes, sir.
That was nice. And so they won the Little League World Series, and they started East Cobb baseball. And I actually had an opportunity to play at East Cobb in his earlier years. And so one of the things that ended up happening as well, too, as we were in the late 80s, the Braves went from worst to first.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in 90.
Mm-hmm.
The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets went on a tear and was playing well. And then there was also 2 hitting facilities, 1 Grand Slam and the other was Sports Rama. And former Braves Major League player Terry Harper used to be a batting instructor at Grand Slam. And so now you have this love of baseball, of varying races, but you also have the influence of the Atlanta Braves and Georgia Tech. So I think that's something that just really created a hotbed. And then from there, as far as African American players are concerned, typically even when you look at East Cobb and a lot of the programs, a lot of times their better players have been African American players that, quite frankly, would be siphoned from the city and then go there. So, but I definitely credit Gary Baldwin at East Cobb and what they were able to do from the Little League World Series and forming East Cobb to put us on the map.
Yeah. That is awesome. I've always amazed just the sheer number of talent, especially minority talent, that I see in the travel ball circuit when we travel, over to Atlanta and surrounding areas. Definitely a hotbed for baseball.
One of the things as well too is that it's because of our airport. We have a lot of scouts that live in the Atlanta area, that ranging from your area scouts to your cross trainers, cross checkers. I'm sorry, and so Atlanta is just a place.
So I think we have the correct roster now for Team Harris, although I believe Team Abrams is up to bat now. Wait a minute.
Yes, Team Abrams at bat.
It is Team Abrams at bat. Okay, I wanted to make sure. That's what they told me, that was the home team, so we just wanted to kind of make sure we got that information correctly. And I believe you should have both of those now. We'll be getting those paper rosters here. That number 3 is up to bat now.
Number 3, looks like we got another Braylon. Got Braylon Lewis this time. He hails from right here in Birmingham, Alabama. I think he may have played a little first base and third base.
So I got to make sure that I give a shout out to my wife Kelly as well. She's our CEO of Lead, and so she just sent me a text too to make sure, as I was talking and giving credit to East Cobb, to make sure that I pay homage to Cascade Youth Organization. That's where I played at as well with the CYO Braves, and I've got a fastball inside, and those were very strong versions of the hotbed of baseball. East Cobb being in a predominantly white community, and so with CYO, I remember there never being a need for us to travel to play games because we had so many good players right there in the community, and we had such strong support right there in the community as well. Jay Witherspoon with the CYO Braves, him and I were teammates in 1984. Got a fastball up. He's has led the CYO Braves and have made them continue to be competitive. But I believe that there's no problem that we have within the African American community that money won't solve. We got plenty of black boys and families that want our kids to do well, but the thing that has really made us struggle to really thrive in this game has been the financial resources.
That's right. That's so true. You mentioned funding earlier, and it's there's no fun without funding. So guys, make sure you go out and support great organizations like MBP and great organizations like Lead and all the things they're doing in our community to enhance our boys' lives.
And I'm going to let you know now, CJ, I've never heard that one, and I'm stealing it. You will get credit the first 3 times I use it, then after that I'm going to co-opt it. So.
Yeah. It's so funny too because when I said it the first time, it was just kind of it was many years ago, and I just kind of said it to be saying it, and then since people have expressed how much they like it, but I think that's just the point of just keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Just keeping things very, very simple, because you just cannot have fun without funding.
I like that one. Yep, I'm gonna coin that one as well. So I'll give you credit. So I think we got Marquelius Foster on the mound now for the great team. Marquelius, as you mentioned, he hails from right outside of Atlanta, Snellville, Georgia, and I think he plays for the TG Diamondbacks travel organization.
Yeah, and he's actually on our ambassador select team as well. We call him MK, and really excited about him. So you'll love this right here. Y'all probably are too young to remember Sean Dunston.
Oh, absolutely not. Cubs legend Sean Dunston. Yeah, for sure.
MK reminds me so much of Sean Dunston, and I think that's really good as well too, because it removes a lot of pressure to be these power hitting shortstop. Like nowadays you have to be. I mean, Sean Dunston was a great baseball player, but he didn't put up a whole lot of power numbers. Good pitch right there.
That's right. Oh, and CJ, I'm going to say I appreciate that, but yeah, in 1984 I was 14 and not 8, so I'm a little bit.
All right. Looks like for the blue team up to bats number 9, Chase Morning. Chase is a local product here in Birmingham, Alabama. I think he plays in the Right Way organization here. And yeah, great organization. Fabian does a great job over there. He's got teams, I think, all the way down to like 8 years old now and up to maybe 14. One of the great local programs here in the city. He's doing a lot over in Pinson for the community. And like CJ said, those teams are very competitive. So shout out to Fabian.
Ground ball, shortstop right here. Let's see if we can get a play. Had it a couple times. He was striking here at first base. So in 1984 too, that was the year that Michael Jordan was drafted with the Bulls.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he was wearing Adidas before he was wearing Nike.
Nike, that's right.
And then Jesse Jackson ran for president. Yeah. And Run DMC made their debut.
Big year.
Yeah, so that was a good year for him.
Absolutely. That was Dalen Smith. They just grounded out, and looks like we have Dalen McCants now up 5'2", 95 pounds, all the way up from Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, actually, I misspoke. That's actually Gray Carter there. Number 11. Yeah. Who's actually, I know him pretty well. That's my son. So
yeah.
Let's see what he does. I get to critique him a little bit. Let's see if he can get that run home. We need it, so let's see if he can get that run home.
I was going to make that point that he did get out, was grounded out to first, but he did advance the runner.
I'm calling a shot. This shortstop right here. He's got a real nice inside out swing and got some really loose hands.
I believe our count is 1-1.
I like his shoe game too.
Yeah, I'll take credit for those. I'll selfishly take credit for those. I try to keep him drippy, as the kids say these days.
Yeah. Oh man.
Got to drive, but yeah, he got under that one a little bit.
So I wasn't. It wasn't the ground ball, but I could just really tell with his hands. I mean, he does a really good job of staying inside the ball. That's one of the most difficult things to do to teach a hitter, to be able to stay inside the ball. So what are y'all doing to make that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that we preach, CJ. I'm glad you picked up on that. Also trained by Justin Woodall here locally, and he's been training with Justin since he's probably about 5 years old, and that's something that Justin's always preached to him, to stay inside of the ball. Take the knob to the ball, keep your hands inside the ball, stay inside the ball. I always, we watch videos and, look up to Major League players, and I've always liked Freddie Freeman's approach. Watching, listening to Freddie, he talks about how he takes batting practice and he's trying to hit everything as a lefty, trying to hit everything over the shortstop's head, just driving it in that hole. So that's something we've preached, and we do different drills and watch videos, and always trying to keep up with the latest and the greatest, teaching techniques. The game is so much different now. I don't know about you, but when we was coming up, it was just, hey, go out there and swing hard. And I guess that got us by, but I often think, how would things be different if I came up in today's world with all of the advanced technology and the training methodology and the diet programs and the weightlifting and the strength and agility. There's just so many resources out there today that these boys have access to. And once again, take my hat off and give shout out to UCJ, your organization, organizations like MBP, bringing those resources to these kids and actually making it a reality so everybody can have access to those equal resources.
Yeah, well, in my capacity today is I'm here scouting, so it's one thing for them to do that training, but be able to do it on stage like this.
CJ, give us the website for your program.
LeadCenterForYouth.org. So that's lead and then center and then 4 spelled out FOR. LeadCenterForYouth.org. Based in Atlanta. A lot of people don't know as well too. I definitely am dating myself, but I remember being a hitting coach for MBP President Reggie Hollins when he was in high school, and worked with him some when he was at Tuskegee. Got a chance to go see him be inducted into the Tuskegee Hall of Fame. Also coached Alex Weiss when he was in college, outstanding hitter. And I see Travis Coleman down there with the Atlanta Braves. He's a scout. Got a chance to mentor him as well.
So all you're really doing is making me feel even much older. So.
Yeah, I told CJ yesterday I don't know what he's doing. Well, I don't know what his health and beauty regimen is, but he needs to keep it up because he looks a little too young to have had those type of credentials. So keep it up, brother. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Looks like we got another local product here up to bat. Looks like this is number 10, Fabian Harper. As I mentioned Right Way earlier, his father actually owns and operates Right Way. So this is Fabian's son up to bat.
Yeah, social media has done a really good job. I mean, especially even like with Right Way, and they've definitely been on the scene here for a minute, and they play the right way. I mean, I think that's the perfect name for them. So we got another swagged out player here as well.
Absolutely, I'm just impressed by the drip that these young men have this weekend, and I don't think I've seen so many diamonds on one diamond in my life. You know.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you, if I was able to do this all over again with what they get to wear, I definitely would be wearing it. I do remember in high school when Deion came out and he was wearing he was with Mizuno, and he had the neon green and the cleats and the bat and gloves. And I remember going to Shannon Mall after cutting some grass, and I got mine, and I wore that in high school.
Yeah, man. The game has definitely come a long way, and I still got a long way to go from a representation perspective. But the game has come so far in embracing the culture, and I love that. CJ, who do you remember? And I got one player that stands out to me, as you mentioned Deion, but who's another player, kind of a mid-'90s guy? He was the first one I remember to really have the swag and the drip, kind of that generation. Who comes to mind?
Was he better than Deion or close?
He was better than Deion in for sure, numbers wise.
Okay.
He wasn't as cocky as Deion. He was more cool and just confident with his.
What about Eric Davis?
Eric Davis was good.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about his lefty swing, probably one of the
Darryl
prettiest
Strawberry?
swings. Not Daryl.
Griffey?
Ken Griffey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so definitely Griffey. My favorite player was Eric Davis, but yeah, man, what culturally what Junior did was a game changer. Hat backwards,
for sure.
Chewing bubble gum, blowing bubbles. Yeah. I'm really happy that he was allowed to play so freely of what I would call being able to play and be openly black.
For sure.
Just even with the hat turned backwards. I'm actually on this tear right now where, as you can see, I wear fedora hats, and it drives me crazy when I have to go into places and take my hat off as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
And I get it, I understand it.
Yeah.
But even for Junior, it was kind of one of those written rules that you never wear your hat backwards.
That's right.
And he did it, and he put up numbers.
That's right. And we got Jaden Williams up to bat, 5 foot, 120 pounds. He's up from Fort Worth, all the way from Fort Worth, Texas. So welcome to Birmingham, Jaden.
Fouled off his first 2 pitches.
Yeah, CJ's being modest over there. His hat game is on point. I wish that you guys could see him out there listening to the live stream, watching the live stream. If you guys could see CJ's hat game, it's on point.
Well, I wear it to pay homage to the Negro Leagues, and managers would wear them as well as fans. And this one in particular, so I got the red, green, black, and gold feather.
I love it.
So my tribute to the continent of Africa, and so I've got different stories that I'll tell with these hats. So this right here is an octopus. The hat company is Fruition.
Okay.
Got a fastball inside. Got a pass ball as well too. I'm gonna take off and run. He's getting down there.
Yeah, I definitely got to get your hat plug before you get out of here.
Yeah, man. I've got a few of them, and but it's just really, I want to make sure that actually, September is a month where I focus on being humble. And I define it as not thinking less than myself, but thinking of others more than myself. But I do want to be memorable. I want to be seen, especially when I come here to the field. In fact, a lot of the boys will say, that's the hat man, the hat guy. I want them to know that when I show up, part of me being here is to evaluate them and make sure that they are being written about in the proper way.
For sure.
So, because you can't have fun without funding, but we also want them to be able to be compensated financially as they continue to play this game.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we got James Trey Hudson up to bat here. He's also an Alabama product. He drives a nice one in the right center gap. That was going to get down. Take a nasty hop. Ball get in. Nice job, Trey. Way to go backside there. CJ mentioned earlier staying inside the ball. That was a great example of that. Trey did a great job staying inside that ball, driving it to that right center field gap. So
it just amazes me though how they're able to do this on the stage. I mean, this is a showcase. This isn't just some regular game.
For sure.
You got Alex and Reggie here that are watching you as being recorded, and so these are going to be some things that even MLB scouts will be able to pull up for years to come. And so for them to be able to put these good swings and ground balls and pitches, I just don't know if at this age if I would have been able to do it. I mean, in fact, I think about that ball in right field when I was in college. Got a fastball on the outside corner right there. Very first ball hit to me in the outfield. I was praying to God before it was even hit. I said, God, please don't let this ball be hit to me. Sure enough, it did. We were playing at Tulane, and we got a fastball inside there. Oh, he's coming home.
Yep, got a runner scored on the pass ball, and that is Mark Sanders up to bat, 5'3". He's from Beaufort, Georgia. Got a lot of Georgia boys representing today.
Yes, that is Team Harrison. And so I'm praying to God that the ball isn't hitting me. Sure enough, it was. It hits me on top of my head, bounces to the wall, and it was very embarrassing. But but that was a huge showcase moment for me. And,
yeah, I got a similar story out in right field. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Still kind of embarrassing. I don't think I've ever shared that one in without it. But yeah, I got a similar right field story too.
Was it worse than having it hit on top of your head and bounce to the outfield?
Yeah, it hit me somewhere above my neck.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, so I think we got a walk there. So it looks like we got bases loaded here. Top of the third, no outs.
My wife Kelly sent me a text. She said I'm doing a good job. I tell you what, man, at MBP you got to be ready. I'm sitting down here in the dugout and get the opportunity to come up here and now broadcast. I've never done anything like this before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we get an opportunity to just have this casual conversation because there are so many listeners and followers is it's pretty cool. Kelly, don't worry. I'm not going to try to become a broadcaster.
I don't know about that. We may be recruiting you as we get ready to bring some additional things in, some of our college HBCU baseball and things of that nature.
Looks like we got a hit batter there.
Brings in another runner.
Advancing
the
the
bases
first.
are loaded.
That's right. And that was number 12, Mark Preston Sanders from Decatur, Georgia. And CJ, if your wife is anything like mine, if she texts you and tells you you're doing a great job, that means you're doing a great job because we know that our wives can sometimes be the toughest critics. So if you can impress mama, that means you're doing a good job.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, that's the awesome, one of the benefits of having an amazing spouse is you're going to definitely get the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts, but when we're doing well, they tell us, and when we're not, and but I'm definitely, and so Kelly is, she's our CEO, and she is knowledgeable about baseball and tennis. She's tough though. I gotta, she has high expectation for the boys in baseball with us and the girls in tennis. And so if they're not giving their all, she's definitely gonna let them know.
Absolutely. Yeah, mamas don't play. My wife cares same way. She holds everybody accountable, and sometimes after a rough game when I want to give my son a pass. Mama's not always so easygoing and forgiving. Got another ball driven out in right field. Oh, got a diving attempt at a catch. Wasn't able to come up with it. So
You
second.
got to keep going. All right.
So we got a stand-up double there by MK, and he drives home. 2 runs on that.
2 runs, yep. Bases were loaded.
Team Michael Harris representing the.
Right now, you can see what they're in that process. There's still no outs.
Yep, still got no outs, and looks like Mason Jones is coming up to bat. Mason's local product from Hoover, Alabama. And this kid can fly, so I want y'all to pay attention to him on the bags. If he gets on, he can flat out fly. So if he gets one in the gap, he may turn a few bags here.
Now you said what's his last name?
Jones, Mason Jones.
I'm trying to think if I can remember what the 2 fastest times that
I want to say Mason may have had the fastest home the first time yesterday morning when they were doing the metrics. If he wasn't the fastest, he was there at the top. So shout out to Mason. Also another local product that's trained by Justin Woodall.
Is Justin here?
He's actually not here. He normally is here. He likes to support the boys. He actually came out to the MBP event out near Dallas they had about a month ago and supported the kids. And he may be walking around here somewhere by the end of the day, but he's got several kids out here playing today. Yep, that was going to drop too.
He's running the bag. Oh, is he going? Oh, he's going for 3. You didn't say he was fast.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what?
Got him.
Oh, man. I hope he's okay over there at third.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right.
Well, in a showcase opportunity like this, it's going to be a winner and a loser, but if you can run, show them wheels.
Absolutely. And he did a good job there. Sometimes you can't outrun a baseball, though, no matter how fast you are, but that's a great hit by Mason there. I think he drove in another 2 runs.
I was about to say he got out, but he was on his horse. But yeah, he drove in another 2 runs right now. Our score is 8-0. Team Harris.
Yeah, Team Harris coming out swinging the sticks this inning.
Taking a look at this time right now. It's 11:47 here in Birmingham, 12:47 at home. The Falcons gonna be getting on at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to. Ooh, good job at shortstop. I'm gonna have to sign off on here on y'all in a minute, man. I got to see my Dirty Birds. I'm excited about our season this year.
And that was Carson Cooper there that grounded out.
So either we missed an out or looks like we may have missed one. But what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to take us a break as we transition to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, our score, Team Harris 8, Team Abrams 0. We'll be back right after this break.
I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years.
I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal.
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle!
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer. Go for key. Even the ultimate pool float inflator. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Got to get the corners.
Hey, grab me one too.
All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back. As you see there, that first batter was fly out to center field. And up to bat, we have number 13 for Team Abrams. That's 2 balls. No strike is our count. That's going to be strike 1. Caught the outside corner.
And this is, looks like this is Joe Colvin. Joe Colvin from Montgomery, Alabama. Wearing a Ronald Acuna number 13. I know that's a popular number.
Okay.
With the young players these days, I think they really admire Ronald and the way he plays the game. He's actually one of my favorite players too.
Okay.
So we got a 2-2 count. Ball low there.
All right, full count for Mr. Colvin here. See if he's able to.
Ball low outside.
Yeah.
So we got a runner on. So it looks like we got Mark Sanders from Beaufort, Georgia, number 14 is on the mound.
Up to bat here.
Lock it, no runner.
This young man looked like it was number 4.
Yeah, number.
there it is, number 4. Yep. Troy Redmond.
Troy Redmond from Atlanta, Georgia. Got another Georgia boy up the bat. That's nice swing. Is that going to be 2?
2.
We got 1 and 2.
Look at that stretch for the first baseman.
That's impressive glove work right there, folks.
Wow.
That is our second double play of the game there. Well hit ball to second base, and he was able to flip it short for the turn.
Listen, man, this is, they don't call this an All-American showcase for nothing. These young men have some they are extremely talented, let me say it that way. And I have been overly impressed with what I have seen from these young men the last 2 days. Like I said, I do a lot of these for Alex and Reggie. And these kids, man, are just as good as a lot of the high schoolers that I've seen the last few months. And they have, their skill level is amazing. And I'm extremely impressed. And, this is, I think, what is it, 28s, 29s, and the 30s.
That's right.
So this, MBP's All-Stars is going to be looking great for the next few years. And, we'd love to be able to see when this opportunity comes around, when these guys get to that point that, the whole class of them are either getting drafted or they're on their way to college playing ball somewhere.
Yeah, I predict really big things in the future for these boys. And as you mentioned, I've just seen such an increase in the talent level and the level of play, over the last few years since MBP's been doing this. And so I'm excited about what the future holds and where this thing can go. And I know for sure we'll be seeing some of these boys play on the big screen in the big leagues one day.
Most definitely. So again, right now we have Mr. Amon Carter, and I am Roy Evans. Want to say thank you to Mr. C.J. Stewart for joining us during that, as he had to go get prepared for them Dirty Birds to get started. You can tell it is the first day of football. Well, technically it's not the first day. It is the first Sunday.
That's right.
Of the NFL year. So we know how that goes, but we are out here on a Sunday afternoon still Sunday morning, and it's great to be out here watching these young men play in their field of dreams and have some of that fun. But one of the things that we're definitely going to also get into is that, again, I know you folks see the scroll going across the top of the page, and had the opportunity to talk with Mr. Carter yesterday. But now we want to get some more. We may have some more folks who weren't tuned in at that point. Tell us a little bit about the John R. Lewis Legacy Institute.
Yes, sir. Would love to. So, as you mentioned, I'm with the John R. Lewis Legacy Institute. I am a co-founder and a board member for the Institute. And our mission is simply to advance equity by preserving the legacy of late Congressman John R. Lewis through dynamic community engagement and service projects. We do a lot of great work out in the community. We partner with great organizations like MBP. This is our second year sponsoring the middle school All-American game, and we're excited to be here. Our organization has three pillars, the first being social justice, which we all know that was so important to the congressman, and one of his biggest tenets was voting. So want to make sure everyone out there is registered to vote and is prepared to go exercise that right to vote in November. Not telling you to vote for, but just go out and exercise that right. Go out and vote. Make yourself heard. Got a great play there at third base just then. Had a shot over there, and he was able to put a glove on it and make it get through across the diamond. Our second pillar being equity in education, which we all know that education is key to enabling a future. So we're big on education and providing resources to local schools, especially, promoting civil rights and social justice to our young black boys. And then finally, health awareness. As some of you may know, the congressman unfortunately succumbed to pancreatic cancer, way too early. And pancreatic cancer is one of those illnesses that greatly impacts and affects the African American community at an alarming rate. So we're working with some great organizations out there that are doing research around pancreatic cancer into early detections and finding markers so that we can help eradicate or try to at least slow that deadly disease. So we got an inside pitch there. So yeah, we're awesome. I mean, we are excited to be out in the community. We're excited to partner with organizations like Alex at MBP. We have some great community partners, and we also have some great corporations and companies that we work with throughout the country.
Mr. Bryant there, Miles Bryant, who's up to bat from Montgomery, Alabama, thought that was the walk, but he ended up getting it out there to the shortstop. Let's see if we get it. Oh, he's going to be safe. He's going to go.
Yeah, great. It's a great ball. Great ball. Shortstop got a glove on it. One of it was unable to make the throw across the diamond, and you saw Miles show a little speed there on the bags himself. I think Miles is also another player that plays in the Right Way organization that we mentioned earlier. So great job, Miles, and way to stretch that one into two.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, I have a question for you. We're going to go back here to some of the work that you guys are doing with the Institute. One of the things that I noticed, and I've been having conversations with friends, is that what I think is one of the drawbacks to what's happening with our schools is that I don't really know if young people are being taught civics like we were in government and how it works. I was looking at a poll, and they had done a poll, and I want to say it was a small one. They did like 100 people, but none of these kids knew. They didn't know the 3 branches of government. And, as we get a ball pass for the catcher and then didn't cover, so Miles made his way on in home.
Yeah, he did. Heads up play by Miles there. He rounded third base and saw that no one was home. And, we're playing on a college field, so those backstops are pretty deep. That one got away and took an unkind bounce back there, and he was able to stretch that all the way into in the home into a score. So great heads up play there.
So, and again, how do you think that is impacting our young people today?
Yeah, I think you make a great point. Oftentimes, in society now we're so tech savvy, and we're such a microwave generation now, and this is, in some ways I call it the ADHD generation, because there is so much going on. We're always multitasking. We always have, devices, at least 1 or 2 devices in front of us at all times. And I think, things like civics and government, it's just, it's a dead, subject, right? And I just don't think it's not exciting. It's not sexy. It's not tech. It's not STEM. So I think you make great points. I think a lot of our kids, don't have a good understanding of what's going on and what it means to vote, and what local government does, and what federal, national government does, and how those interactions play, and how. And I think even a lot of adults don't understand how local government, how important local government really is, to our well-being.
It's interesting that you say that. That's one of the conversations that I like to have with folks a lot, and letting them know that politics is really the only area where things truly do trickle up. And I tell people it's a very simple situation. Is their third out sent over to I believe that was the
third base.
Third baseman. They got that. Okay.
Yep. Came over and hole and made a play and got across the diamond for out there.
Yeah. But the thing is because I tell people here is how that works. If enough local municipalities say they want something done, guess what happens? The county has to do it.
Yep.
If enough counties in a state say that they want something done, guess what? The state has to do it. And just like that, if enough states come in and say, hey, this thing needs to be done, then the United States, the government will have to do it. The federal government will have to do it. So we need to get people understanding that you really have to get more engaged in the voting for your local politicians, and thinking about, we don't realize how much that impacts us as we look at things like judges. Your local community is where judges are going to have the most impact on your daily life anywhere. And so, we've got to get people understanding that politics is and will always be stronger at the local base. And even then, you have a much easier time of being able to communicate to your local politicians your issues than you will trying to get to state level and federal level people.
Absolutely. I cannot agree. I cannot agree with that statement anymore. Local politics is really where the action is, and really where you can see the biggest impact and the biggest influence. So I think we do a really good job of promoting the national elections, the presidential elections, but I think we also we have to continue to focus on those local elections, because as you so eloquently pointed out, that's where impact really happens, and we can use those local agents to influence change at the federal level. So.
That's right. They're the ones who have access to your local politicians have access to your state level politicians, and then your state level politicians normally have access to your state representatives that move up. So again, it trickles up. We have to take the time, but we have to become much more knowledgeable on the things that are happening in our local municipalities, our local towns and cities, getting the judges in, electing the right sheriffs, finding out, I'd much rather know about the background of the sheriff in my community than the guy running for president.
Absolutely.
I mean, just to be honest,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And myself, I've lived here in Birmingham for about 25 years, and I think Birmingham is a great example of that. We've done a really great job in electing the right local politicians, and just the amount of evolution and change and growth I've seen in the city the last 5-10 years is impressive. And I think without those strong local officials having a vision and having a strategy, a lot of this growth that we've seen would not be possible. So shout out to Mayor Randall Woodfin and all the other local politicians here in Birmingham, and keep up the great work.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you said the mayor's name is Woodfin?
Yes, Randall Woodfin.
He is that the gentleman that's the Morehouse graduate?
It is.
It is. I've heard a lot. Now, listen, that's as much as I knew and I've heard about him, but I have heard some great things about what he's doing here in the city, as that was popped up to shallow right?
Yeah, shallow right. Short second base was able to get back and make a great play on that. That was Tyson Owens. Also another local product, 5'5", 135, drove one, a little over the second baseman's head, almost in the right center field gap, but he was able to get back and make a great play on that. So great play, second base.
We've got Mr. Cameron Gage at the plate now. Another Alabama guy.
Roll Tide.
So yeah, but and I I've heard a lot of things, like I said, about your mayor and the things that are happening here in the city. And one of the things that I think a lot of people don't really consider or think about, we're talking about cities in Alabama that just 60 years ago were in a completely different state, a completely different mindset. And we weren't able, let alone be able to run the city. We weren't able to vote. We weren't able to engage in things. It was a lot of things happening, but Alabama is becoming one of the more progressive states as it relates to people of color being in positions and doing things and making the opportunities. And, one of the things I know, I heard a conversation where the mayor was saying, hey, listen, we need to stop trying to be Atlanta. We're not going to be Atlanta. Mm-hmm. There are very few Atlantas, cities like that in the country, and but hey, let's be the best that we can. As that one has popped up, and there you go. That's the second baseman again.
Great job there. I think that may be Carrington Foster out at second base. Made another great play there. Also another local product.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to catch his number as he goes back so we can see.
That's number 5. Yep, Carrington Foster, local product, right out of Trussville, Alabama. All right. I know Kerrigan very well. Kerrigan may actually be one of the youngest kids participating this weekend. I think Kerrigan is in the 6th grade, I believe. So Kerrigan actually is not in middle school yet, but out there making some big boy plays.
Okay.
So shout out Carrington.
Well, listen, the bottom of the 4th is Mr. Carey has been the Carrington show.
It has been this show. Let's see if he can get one more out for the hat trick.
Right.
Also, another one of those local athletes trained by Justin Woodall there. We got Braden Wright back up at bat, who drove last at bat. He drove one to that gap off the fence for a single, and he was able to drive it right back up that same gap for another single.
Now, listen, that would have been an amazing catch right there. He's, like I said, he's the youngest kid out here, so he's one of the smallest. He wasn't able to stretch out, but he did exactly what I know a lot of scouts are interested in seeing. He laid out and put the effort.
That's right.
Into that play.
That's right. Great job of hitting Braden. I think he's 2 for 2 on the day, and I know his mom and sister couldn't be here, but I know they're listening. So shout out to LaTanya and Riley.
Oh, nice.
Had a great, nice shot over there. That was Caden Odom. Nice shot, but the first baseman was able to swallow that one up and make a play there at first. So got a little noise that inning, but once again, blue team was not able to get on the board. Had a base runner, but ended up stranding him. So let's see if they can get a few outs and get back in and swing the bats again.
All right, and what we're going to do is take a quick break, folks. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning right after this break.
Hey, grab me one too.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy, what was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game.
All right, everyone, hello and welcome back. As we are at the top of the fifth inning, our score, Team Harris 9, Team Abrams 0. He just was about to get started, and then the catcher's like, hold on, I need to talk to my guy. let me get something going here, and let me see. Up to bat.
Like Cameron Johnson.
Number 4, yeah.
Number 4, Cameron Johnson from Opelika, Alabama. And
see, I was going to say Opelika. I like saying it. You know, my guy Brian was having problems with it yesterday, but I've driven through Opelika enough to know.
There you go. There you go. I think we got Chase Morning on the mound for the blue team.
So I think we have 2 balls, no strikes. Blue will probably verify that for us here. That's first strike. Yep.
Yeah, 2-1. Great call there. Yeah, so you guys will see, as we mentioned earlier, this is a showcase format. So you'll see the boys, you'll probably see a new picture every inning, and you'll see guys, playing positions they may not be so familiar with as they play in their local, school teams or travel circuit teams. So it's always fun. Showcase, get to meet new guys, make new friends, and you also get to maybe spend a little time playing a position you're not so familiar with. So
yeah, which is good. As you and CJ were talking about it earlier, and I remember when I played baseball, I was a second baseman, and then I played a little shortstop, and I guess at this point I would have been a 3 or 4 pitcher. I definitely wasn't one of the first 2 starters. And going, but I had a good stick, so I was able to put the ball on there, and I was fast.
There you go.
So I led the league. I played in stolen bases for 3 years.
Love it. So normally how baseball always happens, we had Carrington Foster who made us several great plays out in the field last inning, so he's up to bat this inning.
Okay.
So let's see if Carrington can stay hot, hot in the field. Let's see if he can carry that heat to the plate. Another pass ball there. Runner advancing to third.
Yeah, I mean, and I said it, but I cannot say it enough. I am extremely impressed with the skill level of these young guys. And our count is 2-0.
Yeah, it is very impressive, the skill level of these guys. And another thing I've been so impressed with, and I don't know about you if you've noticed it this weekend, the size, just the sheer size of some of these athletes. Man.
Listen, yeah, there were a couple. I'm like, rolling up and thinking there's somebody's dad at first, looking at him from behind. Some of these kids, to be 6th and 7th graders.
It is amazing. I was talking to Reggie earlier, and during the skills competition last night, had a few skills competitions, home run derby, fastest man. And I think several of the boys actually hit home runs, over the permanent fence here. So.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
I know you guys are probably watching on TV, so there's a temp fence that's put in for this event to, kind of make it a little more exciting for the boys and give them an opportunity to actually maybe. Oh, there we go.
Great play.
Got Gray Carter over there making a play at third base. Yeah, great kid there. He got a great dad.
Right.
Got a great dad.
Great dad, right. He got that one. That was a great one, man. He tracked that one down, stayed in. Listen, my first thought was, okay, he is watching the fence, but no, he was looking at it. He was tracking the ball.
Yeah, that was a great play there. I got to pat him on the back on the way home. I'm sure I'll hear about that. And that was his buddy, Carrington, at the plate. He was able to catch Carrington's pop-up, so I know he'll give him a hard time about that. But, yeah, just the sheer size and athleticism of some of these boys. I mean, when I was in middle school ages ago, we definitely didn't look like this. So I think with the weight training and the conditioning and the strength and agility and the focus on nutrition, it's just amazing the growth that we've seen in these last few years.
Nobody called it.
Yeah, we got to call that, guys. So we got a ball hit out to right field, and fortunately that one dropped between the second baseman and the shortstop. Second baseman and right fielder, excuse me.
And I believe that scored 2 more.
I think maybe 1. Yeah, we had a runner on. I think that one scored 1, I believe. Let's make sure everybody's okay out there. And also in these events, we got a lot of great coaches here, and there's a lot of coaching opportunities. So hope young man's okay there, but that'll also be an opportunity for coach to coach him up some and, let him know that, how we need to handle that, next time we have a play like that. So got to make sure we're calling the ball there, guys. Keep yourself safe. All right, we got another local product here, DJ Kelly up to bat. Nice looking kid here. Awesome kid. He's also trains with Justin Woodall here locally. So Justin's got a lot of his boys out representing him this weekend. Great shot up the middle there. Way to play the run and do your job, BJ.
That's
so
right.
DJ gets on and drives in a run. It's another run for the great team. Yeah, Team Michael Harris is really representing here today.
Their bats are active.
Yeah, their bats are hot. Their bats are hot like this Birmingham Sun, so they're definitely doing their thing.
He's rolling.
Is he going to make a turn? Yeah, he thought about it.
Yeah, listen, I thought he might have made it.
Yeah, he thought about it but decided not to. DJ didn't want to test his arm there. But yeah, just a shout out to all of the the local programs here in and around Birmingham. A lot of great programs, a lot of minority-driven programs here. A lot of great trainers and strength guys, hitting coaches and pitching coaches. And it's so positive, and I'm so excited and happy about the state of the game and happy about the future of the game. Know that it is in great hands, and I think a lot of this high level of play you're seeing out here is a product of all the sweat equity that a lot of these trainers and coaches are putting into these boys.
Yeah, most definitely, and I'm glad to see more people in our communities doing this again. I know it's interesting, and I was thinking about this as I kind of mentioned it to CJ earlier when the whole travel ball thing came in. But, I'm like, I remember the city leagues, and it's, a lot of, I think what happened, I think a lot of the municipalities stopped doing it, which is kind of interesting because I guess it seems to me that football would be, nobody stopped doing football. Yeah. We do live in the South, so I get it.
Yeah.
But football has to be more expensive than baseball.
Yeah, And you bring up a great point there, and I think it's really, you talked about politics trickling up. I think what we're seeing is an impact on youth sports is a trickle down effect, right? So the NFL and NBA, the glitz and the glamour, and you got the big stadiums and the rock star athletes, and and I think culturally they've just done a great job of appealing to our young boys. And unfortunately, I think MLB kind of fell behind for a long time, and I think they are understanding and learning now and doing some things to fix that. But I think, unfortunately, what we've seen is a trickle down in our community where, a lot of our best athletes, our young, black men, they aren't interested in playing a game of baseball. And so I think when you lose athletes, it's hard to keep those local programs funded. It's hard for those parks to get funding to keep those, those fields. Keep those fields up and, keep umpires and equipment and all of those things. So, yeah, I agree. I grew up in an era where, travel ball wasn't a thing. Everybody played in their local park and represented their park and played with the kids they grew up with and they went to school with. But times are different, not necessarily, it's not a bad change. It's different, right? And we know that
evolution.
That's right. That's right. We know that there's nothing constant in this world
except change.
Except change. So, yeah. I would love to see, though, we get back to more of a grassroots approach to the sport. I know some of the communities over in Atlanta have done a great job with that. So, and I know there are a few programs in the Birmingham area that are focused on that as well, too. So,
I think one of the biggest challenges for baseball, actually it's kind of a twofold challenge. One, it's played during the summer. And because of the fact that it's played during the summer now, a lot of families are on vacation. Kids don't have that opportunity to engage. Football and basketball are played throughout the school year. So, of course, you can focus in on that, of course, except for your high school baseball and stuff. But the other thing I think that goes to your point as it relates to the star power of it. Football is once a week. That's the thing. Everybody gears up for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday when you look at the different levels that you have that you're dealing with. Whereas with baseball, you're running into the challenge where, let's see what we get here. He gets him out at first. Yep, he was able to get that one out. But the run does score.
Yep. Great job there coming across, making that play. But that was Trey Hudson at bat. Trey did a great job of putting that ball in play and getting that run home. So great job there, Trey. Great drive, Gray on the play.
We now have 2 outs. Bases are not loaded. Yep. Runners on second and third.
Second and third. See, I want you to finish that. I want to hear where you were going with that.
Yeah, the fact that baseball is not that. It's not what we like to call appointment television. Mm-hmm. It's not appointment because it was interesting listening to Alex do some interviews yesterday, and he was asking some of the kids who were some of their favorite players. And it's interesting to me that these are the kids that are actually playing baseball, but didn't really seem to have the names of players readily available when they were coming up. It was easy for me when I was growing up in the the late 70s, and Reggie Jackson, Darryl Strawberry, those names, they were there. We knew exactly who we loved to watch and who loved and enjoyed playing. I don't know if you remember it. I don't even know if they still had it. Back in my day, Reggie Jackson actually had his own candy bar.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
It was, one of those things, man. But, okay, now we have bases loaded again as the batter is walked.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And, I have 3 sons, and my youngest, of course, plays the game. And even with him, it's a struggle at times for us sitting down to watch an entire MLB game. We rarely do that. I mean, it's 3.5 hours long, and, a lot of times there's not a lot of action. And then, unfortunately, with young black boys, a lot of times they don't see a lot of players on the field that look like them.
At this point, that is the biggest challenge, not seeing those players that look like you in the system. And, that's one of the things that we started off talking about when we first came on is after, once we got to the 90s, that's when that travel ball thing started, and it left the community. It left the parks. And and then the travel ball became much more expensive by virtue of the travel itself. You know, that's having to go to another city to play away from your town. You know, you got to do that, and going into other states. But it becoming as popular as it did in some of the more affluent communities, it was able to garner that type of support that it wanted and to do that. And then what started happening is the travel ball clubs started coming into the black communities and getting the best athletes and to be a part of their teams and things of that nature. And it did stop the baseball from being played in our local areas. And so,
absolutely, and it's it's sad when you think about it and how it has evolved. I think it's probably created a lot of opportunities for some athletes, on the flip side of that coin. But, as a baseball purist and, a guy who's about community and grew up playing baseball at the local parks, it's really disheartening to see how it's changed. But, as we mentioned, nothing is constant, but like evolution. So I think what we have to do now is just figure out, how do we fit into this space, and, programs like the Right Way that I mentioned earlier. Programs like Revolution here in Birmingham, I think are doing a great job making the game more accessible for young black boys and girls.
Yeah.
So and it takes a community, and a lot of what we do on the nonprofit space, nothing we can do as an institution. We can't be great alone. What it takes is it takes a village, it takes community. So we are a strong advocate for partnering.
Fun needs funding.
Fun needs
CJ,
funding.
That's the first one that you get credit for.
I think I'm going to put that on a T-shirt. Yeah, I like that. Fun needs funding. Absolutely. So, about partnering. And so we do a lot of that work, partnering with other great organizations that are already out doing great work and not recreating the wheel. So as this game continues to evolve and, we see the product of the game here on the field today. We see that the game is alive and well, and there's a lot of, young black boys and brown boys that can really play this game at a high level. So I think what we just need is attention and opportunity, really.
At the plate now, Mr. Braylon Lewis, another one of the local guys.
For sure.
Right here from Birmingham. Oh, okay, yes. One Braylon is from Birmingham, the other is from Atlanta.
Yeah, I think we got a few Braylons playing today.
Yeah. And I guess as we continue to have this conversation, think about it, one of the things that I guess when I talked about the fact that you would think that from a municipality perspective that baseball or football would be more expensive because of all the equipment that goes along with it. But then again, that's also the difference that in this baseball situation, you are responsible for your own bat, your own glove, and things of that nature. And I think that's probably where we noticed, like we talked about, that it started pushing people out of the communities because to get quality equipment, that equipment cost. My son was playing baseball a few years ago, and, of course, the bat that he wanted, which was one of the top-end bats, was $150 for the bat. The glove that he wanted was another one of the, but it was, talking to people who played the sport, it was actually worth it, having the right equipment.
That's right. And you would struggle to find a good used bat nowadays for $150. We were just out the other day looking at bats, and there was a bat, and of course my son ain't getting it, but there was a bat on sale for $499, so $500 for a baseball bat.
For a bat.
For a baseball bat. And
is it a wood bat?
It's not a wood bat. It was a metal bat.
It is an aluminum bat. Because I was about to say, if it was a wood bat, it could break.
Yeah, so it wasn't a wood bat. But I grew up in an era similar to you where, we showed up at the baseball field to practice or play, and, I had my glove. I was probably holding it under my arm. I don't even think I had a baseball bag.
Yep.
And, my coach had one of those big green military duffel bags, and he just dumped everything out of the dugout. 4 batting helmets, a couple bats, probably some gloves for the kids that didn't have gloves, and that's what baseball was,
Yeah.
Now the average kid has, probably $1,000 of bats on his back and a bat and a sliding mitt and 2 or 3 gloves, and all that stuff takes resources.
Yeah. And like I said, in order to be competitive, they have to show up with that equipment.
For sure.
And in the baseball arena, Whereas, you know, the other sports, of course, basketball is the easiest. You need a pair of shoes. You know, they'll have everything else for you.
That's right. And I think another thing about baseball, too, you know, that makes it tough is that baseball is such a sport of repetition. If you're going to play this game at a high level, you need to be doing something, you know, 12 months a year. You know, you need to be picking up a ball. You need to be, you know, if it's not hitting, you need to be throwing. You need to be training. You need to be preparing mentally for the game. Unlike football and basketball. And I think that's what makes it tough, because so many of our young black boys, because they are so athletic, they play multiple sports. And so I think they fall behind their peers because some of their peers are training for baseball 12 months a year, where, you know, some of those guys may be playing football or basketball, and so they may not be picking up a baseball until a couple weeks before baseball season. And, you know, every coach you talk to will talk about how he likes, how they like multiple sport athletes, but that's a lot easier said than done. You know, yeah, they like the multiple sport athletes, but nowadays every sport is year round.
Yeah.
And so how do you play multiple sports that are year round and then still have time for school, which of course should come first, and then your family? So it's tough. And I think what happens is, you know, we lose a lot of kids because of that, because of those constraints.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. That's one of the things about growing up in Florida and more respectively here in the South. Like I said, for us, it was definitely a thing in Florida where we played everything all year long. You know, we didn't have to worry about snow on a regular basis. So we're out playing football, playing basketball, playing baseball, and are able to do more of that focusing. And now, but like you guys have mentioned earlier as well, these kids are more specialized, and you know, the medical things that they have access to now.
We got a good shot there. Looks like the blue team may be getting on the board. We're gonna have a play at the plate.
Oh, he stopped.
Oh.
He stopped. If he would have kept running, he would have made it in.
Yeah, I think he would have made it in. We had a unfortunate base running blunder there. The blue team was almost able to get on the board, but that was a great job by the outfielder.
It was.
Corralling that ball and getting it in. Made a great throw there. Catcher made a great play. So, unfortunately, they weren't able to get a run on the board that time. But let's see. We got a runner at second with 2 outs. Got Greg Carter up the bat. Let's see if he can do a job and get that runner home.
Yeah, young man. And this is one of those coaching moments. He's like, young man, when you commit, you come around that curve, you got to keep moving.
Absolutely. You got to trust your coach. If that third base coach is waving you home, you got to trust your coach. You get out at the plate, it's not on you, it's on the coach.
That's right.
All right, got a pass ball there, so runner's going to advance to third.
And, you know, this is another thing. Again, folks, let's kind of put in perspective some of what you are seeing here today for those who may not be aware. This is a college baseball field.
A regulation-sized college, big boy, grown man baseball field.
Exactly, and these are 6th, 7th, and 8th graders who are doing this thing. Now, we do have the temporary fence out that has brought it in some. So you don't get as much of the home run and power that you would see in it. But just as Armand mentioned, this backstop, listen, I see a lot of colleges that don't have backstops where the fence is 30 feet behind behind home plate.
Absolutely.
And so you can get a lot lost in that time frame, in that space. So, this is Mr. Carter up to bat again here.
It is. Yeah, unfortunately, he got him with an off-speed pitch there. Yeah, went down swinging. So I like the swing with 2 strikes. Definitely not going to go down watching there, but got him with a good off-speed pitch. Was able to do his job and get him home. So once again, the blue team strands a runner and was unable to plate any runs that inning. And so it looks like going into the top of the 6th, the great team trails Team Abrams. Great team trails Team Harris 12-0.
Yep. We'll take another break, and we'll be back right after this.
And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years.
We got iPhone 13s too. Switched 2 minutes ago, literally right before this.
iPhone 13 on us on any unlimited plan for every customer, with plans starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the beat.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man. Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado. With a sophisticated high-tech interior,
Open the door.
it's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You had the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy.
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Hey, grab me one too.
All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back as we are at the top of the 6th inning. And up to bat for Team Harris is number 13, and that is Mr. Markellius Foster.
MK. Yep, MK Foster.
Yeah, from Snellville, Georgia.
Yeah, I think MK had a great at-bat. Great appearance this last at-bat. I think he drove one to the outfield and was able to get around and score a run. So let's see if he can repeat that this at-bat.
Fouls one off. Little high heat there on that one.
Little high heat. Yeah, it's tough being on the mound in these type games. You know, you don't have a lot of time to get warmed up, and you know the boys are generally only getting one inning, so tough to kind of get in your groove and find yourself. And you know the bright lights are on, and you got a catcher you're not familiar with, and guys behind you playing defense you're unfamiliar with, and you know all these guys can really swing the stick. So there are no holes in any of these lineups. So don't envy a kid being on the mound in this situation.
Most definitely. Got him swinging on that one.
MK's hacking. I think he's trying to drive one over that fence back there.
Right. That's so no one's hit a home run in this game yet.
Not yet. So got a 3-2 count here. Let's see what's going to be the outcome. Yeah, got a walk. Yeah, so shout out to MBP and their 501c3, their nonprofit, MBP Helping Hands.
Yep.
That's a great organization, and I know I wasn't able to attend yesterday, but I know they had a great community event where they put on a clinic for some of the local youth athletes here. I think they were focusing on the younger ones, so not the middle school kids, elementary school kids, and I heard they had a great turnout for that event.
Almost got him, but MK was a little bit too fast as he advances to that stolen base.
There's no shortage of speed in this game, I tell you that.
Not at all. You know, I think a lot of folks were surprised yesterday at some of the times for some of these kids. Okay, that looked like that hit him.
I think it went behind him, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and got away from the catcher, so we got another pass ball there, so MK was able to get another base there, so. Got a runner standing on third. And this is Mason Jones up to bat again. Got Alex going out to get some live shots, looks like.
No, it's getting balls.
Oh, getting balls, okay. Safety first, folks. Safety first. Want to get those balls off the field. Don't want anybody to turn an ankle on those. Yeah, that could be ugly.
And definitely painful if you are not watching and you come across one of those balls.
There we go. Mr. Weiss, I appreciate it. Hardest working man at the baseball park right there. A little high. A little high.
I don't know if I agree with that one with Blue, but you're right. You know,
yeah,
he has a different vantage point than I do.
There you go. There you go. Let's see what Mason can do here. That's a good shot there.
Oh, nobody covered first. There's a little. They might have been able to get that one.
Yeah, might have had a play at first there. First baseman would have covered. That's a tough play, but you may have been able to get him there. Mason's got a lot of speed, but yeah, was able to get another run home there. So good job, Mason, driving that run home. That's another run on the board for Team Harris. They now have a 13-0 lead here in the top of the sixth.
Mr. Carson Cooper up to bat next. And there's another run and another stolen base.
Great play by the catch. Keep that one in front of you. There. Let's see if he can get one over. I know he doesn't want to walk him, and I know this batter doesn't want to walk. He wants to swing the bat, so let's see if he can get a pitch he can put bat on right here. He takes off at third, and he's able to steal that bag pretty easily. Good job backing up right there, left fielder.
Definitely.
So we now have runners at first and third here. We still have 0 outs. And it's like
we do.
Coming up to the plate, we've got the leadoff batter, number 8, Trenton Rachel.
Turn to the top of the order.
Got him with the old first and third play. He breaks and runs home. Let's see if they can get an out. Yeah, they got an out there, so they sacrificed the run for an out. So the runner was able to score, making the score now 14-0, but they were able to record the out at first base. Mr. Trenton is from Atlanta, Georgia. It's 5'5", 150.
First pitch of ball. Strike there, outside corner.
Nice pitch. So I know Alex, MBP, I know they travel a lot around the country doing these type of events. So you traveling with them all the time?
Not all the time, but we do get to most of their events, especially things that are here in the Southeast. I think this year was the first year, if I'm not mistaken, that I had. Well, I'm not mistaken because it was my first trip to Detroit. So this year was the first time we had gone to Detroit with them. I had been to Texas a couple of times, and then, but yeah, North Carolina. Anything North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, we're pretty much there with them.
Yeah, these guys do a great job, and I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Alex is the hardest working man on the baseball field. I mean, they do a lot of travel, and I couldn't imagine, the amount of travel and the work that it takes to put on these events. So don't take it for granted. It's a lot of work, especially to put on the top-notch events they do. Y'all make sure y'all go out and support them. Because once again, what's our phrase we coined today?
Fun needs funding.
Fun needs funding.
CJ, that's number 2.
There we go.
You got one more time to get credit for that before I take it. But you know what? I guess that doesn't really work in the same setting. I've got to give him credit in multiple settings to do that.
There we go.
There we go. I can't take the chit chat.
I think we got Miles Bryant up the bat here, number 9. He's also Alabama boy from Montgomery, Alabama. I think Miles plays in Right-Way organization. He's 5'7", 135. Really athletic kid, good stick.
Okay, missed the pitch. That's count is now 2-1. 2-1, 2 outs, no one on base. He lifts that one to left field, and it's going to drop right in front of the left fielder. It's going to probably be a stand-up double, and Miles is on his way. Okay, he held him up. He was able to get that arm out there from the fence to hold him up.
Great shot. That was a great ball. Really got a hold of that one. The way these kids are swinging the bat, quite impressive. Quite impressive. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Family and friends of these boys. I know it's exciting for these boys to be able to play on the big screen. And that's really, it's amazing when you think about middle school boys being able to play baseball and be able to be seen all over the world.
That's right.
Especially young black boys. So it's impressive. I remember when I was growing up, the only time I saw kids my age on TV was the Little League World Series.
I was about to say Little League World Series. That's right.
Of course, only once a year, and all of us dreamed of one day being on that stage. Unfortunately, was never able to make it there, but these kids now, you can find them on streaming services on the internet with everything that's out there with what MBP is doing and what Perfect Game does and PBR. I mean, you can tune in from all across the country to check on your loved ones and keep up with them and their exploits on the diamond. So got another pass ball there. So guys, I mentioned the John R. Lewis Legacy Institute earlier, so appreciate you guys. Go out, check out our content, like and follow us. If you want to know how you can get involved, we got different ways you can get involved. You can check out our website. And of course, it takes funding to fund. So we always, asking for assistance in resources to help resources. So John R. Lewis Legacy Institute.org is our website.
I see you
a nice stroke right there.
Getting the second. Is he going to? No, he's able to get it.
Yep, there's a nice double there. Nice double. That was Mr. William McDowell, all the way up from Gonzales, Louisiana.
And another run does score.
So you can check us out on our website. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. It's John R. Lewis Legacy Institute.
Right.
Got a hit better there.
It looks like we got hit there. A little agitation there with
yeah,
that one.
That was Mr. Caden Odom. I think Mr. Caden was wanting to swing the bat a little bit, and I don't blame him. The way that team's been swinging the bat, I definitely want to cut at it as well. So looks like he's okay. He's going to shake it off. They caught him on the wrist there, so we got runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Yes, it is. Oh, God.
And he's able to make it.
That's right. Although Team Harris is up 15 runs, they're still active on the bases.
Like everybody wants to show their speed. Did he just call that a strike?
Yeah, maybe trying to help the pitcher out a little bit here. That's a good pitch.
Okay.
Another good shot. He's going to make a play. Comes in and makes a play.
That's it.
Yep, that's the third out there.
So, as we go to the bottom of the 6th, Team Harris leads 15-0. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back as we are preparing for, it's actually the bottom of the 6th. That first pitch is going to be ball. Count 3-0 as the catcher goes out to speak to his pitcher. And again, ladies and gentlemen, please take the opportunity, make the sacrifice to donate to these organizations. These are some great organizations doing really important work within our communities, giving our young people opportunities that they might not otherwise have the chance to do. These guys with MBP are all over the country doing these events, hosting free clinics everywhere they go. As we now have a full count, as the batter thought he was going to be headed on to the base from that one, but we're going to see now what happens here. And that's going to put him over and on the mound right now. I believe that is number 6 for Team Harris. And that would be Carson Cooper at the plate. Team Abrams is number 13. And that's Joe Colvin. Two balls, no strikes. As we have a runner on first. He goes. That's going to be, I believe, a strike. But the runner does advance on the stolen base.
Come on.
That's ball 3. And now we have runners on the corners. First and third is that batter is walked. Up to bat now is number 4. Team Abrams, that is Troy Redmond. First pitch is a ball. That one's going to be a strike right down the middle. It's a liner right down there. We're going to get it. He's going to go to first. And he gets it. It skips on there. That's the first out. Team Abrams, but Team Abrams, more importantly, gets the first run on the board as the runner comes in. Up to bat, Mr. Tyson Owens, number 18. Swung at that one. Making our count 1-1. Hits that one liner. It stays in. That's fair. And that's going to drive in another run for Team Abrams.
It's like I step out of the booth for a moment and Team Abrams puts 2 runs on the board. Maybe I need to go back and stay away. Maybe I'm the bad luck charm for Team Abrams. That was a great piece of hitting right there, though. Way to take that ball where it was pitched. I think that was Tyson Owens.
It was.
Yeah, it's a great hit there, Tyson. Way to drive in the run. Way to do your job, go backside.
Cameron Gage up to bat again, back to the top of their order.
All right, let's see if they can get a little rally going here. That was a well-struck ball. I think that's going to be foul, though. Yeah. The ballpark is not going to hold it, folks. And what about this beautiful crowd here?
It is a very nice crowd out here today.
Yeah, really great turnout. Really great turnout to see these boys play. All friends and families here to support. local community folks. Getting a little warm out there, though.
Sun is starting to come out. And, it was actually rather cool this morning.
Sure was. It's, this time of year, these fall days here in the South, you can, start out with a jacket or overcoat on and end up with shorts on by the end of the day.
Yeah. And he drives that one down the line. There you go. That should.
I think that played another run. Now he's going to hold him up there. So.
Third, but he will get a stand-up double on that one.
That's right. So bats are coming alive a little bit. I think we got Braden Wright back up to the plate again. I think he's 2 for 2 on the day as well. So let's see if he can go for the hat trick, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Maybe drive a run or two here home.
Yeah, definitely. Double gets him both of those runners in.
For sure. My coach would tell me right here, just do your job, son. Do your job.
As we were talking about it, now does fall officially starts in October or is it September?
That's a great. I believe that is September.
I've been living in the South so long. I tell people I'm from Florida. We have 2 seasons: first summer and second summer.
That part.
So
that part. Yes, that really doesn't matter, right?
Right. Yeah. I never really got into the whole seasons thing until I came up here to Georgia. So.
That's right. Here in Birmingham, we get a little bit of winter and a little fall. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year, with the temperatures and leaves changing. Of course, you got football and, still have your cookouts and everything. And fall's a great time of year. I like spring, but I love fall because you don't have the pollen you got to deal with in the spring.
Right. So even if one of those situations that even if you don't have allergies, pollen gets everywhere on everything.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. So we got 2-2 count here. There's another great piece of hitting there. Braden's able to go backside there. And ladies and gentlemen, I think he's 3 for 3 on the day, and that's 2 RBIs, and I think he's going to make a turn and see if he's going to be able to make it. Yeah, great job.
That's also a great play by the catcher to get it there. He was, just a little bit more, but 2 more runs for Team Abrams.
There we go. We got a little rally going on here. Got the rally caps on.
I'm assuming they're doing 7 innings, so this we're at the bottom of the 6th now.
Bottom of the 6th. All right, let's see who we have up here.
I think this is Braylon Lewis. I'm sorry, Braylon Shavers.
Shavers, yeah, we got a Braden and 2 Braylons back to back.
Oh, our guy made a mistake, an error. Mr. Sure Gloves, but again, another run comes in.
Yeah, that's the thing about baseball. It's that's why I love the game of baseball so much. It's such a great analogy for life. Because baseball is a failure sport. You're going to fail a lot in baseball, but guess what?
Yeah.
You got to be able to, you fall off the horse, you got to get back on. So, although he wasn't able to get a glove on that one, he's got to be prepared for the next one. It could come back at him again.
Yeah.
There you go. Kind of like life. Sometimes you fall, you got to get up. I think, what did Allen Iverson say? It's not about, I think it was Dwayne Wade. It wasn't Allen Iverson. No matter how many times I fail, as long as I got back up one more time, then
I know Dwayne Wade has made that. I think I've heard a few people say that over the years, but being a Miami Heat fan since day one, yeah. I definitely know Dwayne Wade has said that one. It looks like we got us a balk as the ump is talking to the young man, explaining to him what he just did.
Yep, that's another coachable moment there.
Yep.
I think DJ will learn from that one.
Got him with the off-speed pitch on that one.
Yeah, that was a great pitch there. Had the batter fooled. I think he was thinking fastball on that.
Oh, he's going.
There we go. Got another run home.
There you go.
That's a great hustle there.
Listen, like I said, you make that decision and you move.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't second guess yourself.
young man has no balls, 2 strikes, I believe is our count. 0-2, yes, sir.
So let's see what he can do with 2 strikes here.
Let's get on the bag. Very good eye.
Way to hold off on that one.
He looked like he wanted to go get it.
He looked like he wanted to go. Yeah, that curveball off speed almost came back and got a little bit of the plate. Strike 3 there. So it's always tough with 2 strikes to hold off and not swing, especially when you're down 2 strikes and no balls. So he's able to work his way back now. It's 2-2 count.
Oh.
And he goes down swinging. Yep. DJ was able to get ahead there, and the batter was able to battle back, but ultimately DJ won the battle. I think this is Mr. Chase Morning up to bat once again. Fouls one off his foot.
It is. Local Birmingham product.
Yeah, absolutely. The Birmingham boys representing today. Let's see if Chase can keep the rally going here.
Yeah. 1-1, as that one was a hopper, actually didn't make it to the plate.
Yeah, that one came up about a foot short. This 13U age, some of these boys are making that transition up to 13U is a tough year because you're making the transition to the big bases. The mound's a little further, the bases are a little longer, the field's a little bigger. So it's a tough year. It's an adjustment year. And some kids make that adjustment easier than others. But the game becomes much different. It opens up a lot. Way to call them off and come in and make that play. We saw that play earlier. We're unfortunate they weren't able to make the play. But we saw some great communication there, and the right fielder was able to come in and make the play on that ball. So
Most definitely. Well, at the top of the 7th, our score is Team Harris 15, Team Abrams 6. They're fighting back and getting it in. If they can get in and out of this top of this inning and see what they can do. The bats seem to be waking up, folks. We'll be back with more right after this.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the Swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Okay, Swaggy and Sassy. What was it that you wanted to show me?
Grandpa, you said the Swaggy chain harnessed the power and spirit of the Negro Leagues, waiting for someone with the passion and determination to unlock it. Something amazing just happened. I think I activated the power.
Yes, you should have seen him throw the ball like the legend Satchel Paige.
That's remarkable, Swaggy. You have the opportunity to carry on the legacy of thousands of talented players.
Whoa, I had no idea there were so many.
The Negro Leagues were filled with talent and resilience. It wasn't until recently that over 300 of those players were acknowledged in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There was Willie Brown, known for hitting the home runs. Ben Taylor, known as the best first baseman in the game. And there's Oscar Charleston, fearless, and can steal a base with ease.
Wow, that was amazing, Swaggy!
Just like that, Swaggy. You're embodying the spirit of these legendary players.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are here live from the Minority Baseball Prospects Middle School All-American National Showcase. Game 1, Team Harris versus Team Abrams. Team Harris is up by a score of 15-6. Team Abrams had that bottom of the 6th inning where their bats opened up and they put 6 runs on the board. And right now, we're looking to see what they can do. If they're going to be able to rally and come back, they're definitely at least trying to make it interesting right now.
It's a great pitch on the outside corner right there.
I believe this is going to be the last inning as we are at the top of the 7th. And as those of you can see, watching us on your high-def televisions back home, that is not something that is happening. The Team Abrams has run out of pitchers. So they borrowed a pitcher from Team Harris, who was out there with them. And they lift that one up. It's being called, and it is out.
Yeah, I think that was Tyson going on the catch there. Yeah, that's another one of those little oddities and unique things about showcase baseball. You probably wouldn't see that at the local high school or middle school game.
Right.
But right here we're all on the same team anyway, and it's not about wins and losses here. It's about the boys getting reps and showing America what they can do. So glad this young man is getting an opportunity on the mound.
Most definitely. We'll see. Wonder if he'll be pitching or if they have another arm in the dugout.
Yeah, I think that might be, that's Mr. Carrington Foster back up to bat again. I think he popped out his last at bat. He's also another one of those athletes that's trained here locally by Justin Woodall.
This is the one thing that I am actually glad to see more of. He lifts that one. It's going to drop in for a base hit.
Right. Good job, Carrington. He drives that one in the gap for a base hit there.
Mr. Carrington's not the tallest guy out there, but I'm seeing the shorter guys play, because I think I was one of those shorter guys up until I got till about the 10th grade before I got to my average height that I stayed at.
Yeah, that's the thing about baseball, is why it's such a great game. It is a great neutralizer. Just the variety of sizes you'll see out on the field. You see someone like, you think about Major League, someone like Aaron Judge, who's 6'5", 6'7", all the way down to somebody like Jose Altuve that's 5'5". But both able to go out there and be really good players and play the game at a really high level.
Most definitely. And like I said, baseball is one of those sports that you can do that in, or you can do it much easier.
For sure.
Because the skills may not necessarily translate, the skills needed to play. You can be 5'5" and still be a 5'2".
That's right. You're exactly right. And baseball is, as I mentioned earlier, it's an athletic game, but it's so technical. Just because you're the biggest, strongest, fastest, doesn't mean you're going to be great at this game. Right? So,
definitely a cerebral game.
Absolutely. Thinking man's game for sure. It's a great block by the catcher right there. Able to slide out and get in front of that one, keep it in front of him, which is key with that runner on second base.
3-0 count.
Let's throw down. Ooh. That was a close one there. Looks like Carrington was just barely able to get in under that tag. That was a bang play there at third.
I think what they looked at is where he tagged him at, because to me it did look like as if he had gotten his foot there simultaneous with the ball.
Yeah, I agree. Tie there goes to the runner. I think he was just able to get in under that tag. So great piece of base running there by Mr. Foster. Great slide to get under the tag. Looks like we got a walk there. So we got runners at third and first. I think that's DJ Kelly up to bat. Got one out.
Pops that one. Oh, just missed that double play. I think he double clutched that one, and that's what cost him that. If he had just kind of rolled back out and put it toward first, they may have gotten that double play.
Absolutely. I thought that ball was going to get through the gap, but shortstop. That was a great Carter out there. He made a great job, made a great play, getting to that ball, and getting at least one of those out. So got the lead runner at second. DJ did a good job putting the ball in play, was able to get the run home there. So that was one of those plays, kind of like baseball, the win-win. Everybody did their job, got the out.
Right.
But unfortunately, DJ did his job and got the runner home. So everybody's a winner. We got two down now. It's definitely has not been a boring game. We've had our share of runs this game.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty exciting game. You don't always get that in showcase baseball, because a lot of times you get dominant pitchers out there and batters struggle to put the ball in play. But guys have swung the bat really well today.
Strike, the runner will advance on the stolen base.
And you think about this time of year, this season, a lot of these kids, this may be their first time actually in live action for quite some time. Fall season has not really kicked off yet. Spring season ended for most of these guys early July. So
right.
A lot of them probably been away from the game for a bit. So a lot of them may be knocking a little bit of rust off. Ooh, that was a great pitch there.
You got him.
He rung him up down the inside.
That's it, folks. That's 3 outs.
That's 3 away.
He gets to walk back over to the dugout where he just struck the guy out, so
like, sorry, team. All right, I think
they looks like they're just going to call that one when we get ready for the next one.
I think that may be it. So great job, boys. Saw a lot of really good baseball today. Like Team Harris was able to come out on top and get the victory, 16-6. Boys, keep your head up. Team Abrams did a great job of fighting back there at the end. Got down big early, but was able to fight back their last at bat and make it a respectable game. But at the end of the day, all these boys are all Americans, so they're all winners.
Most definitely, and that was going to be my point. These are your future all-stars. These are the kids that you will hear, that you will be hearing these names some years here to come in the future. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to probably go off here for a little bit, and we'll be getting ready for the next game. I believe it's supposed to start at 2.
Yep, I think that's right. So the next
maybe
game,
about 45 minutes or so, 40 minutes or so.
That's right. You'll have a Team Lawrence Butler versus Team Todd Bradley next game.
All right. So we'll be back.
right after this short break.